love. So today we're going to do a pretty fun video. I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to see me try a whole bunch of new stuff, or if you wanted me to shop my stash and use a bunch of products that I used to be obsessed with. So I have kind of picked through and found as much as I could. I felt like this was a great video to do right now because I am planning to do a huge declutter, and I will document some of it. I wasn't going to because a lot of people got really mad at my last declutter video because I kept too much, but girl, I have to. I have to declutter because there's no room for new stuff right now. So I have boxes of stuff everywhere, and I still haven't worked out a whole system since I moved into my new house. So I need to figure that out. So anyway, the point of that is this is a good time because some of this I might end up getting rid of, but I wanted to revisit it and see how I feel. So before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you can be notified when I have new videos. We have new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on my channel. As of right now, we are uploading at noon Pacific time. All right, loves, so let's get started. So the first thing we are going to use is this guy. By the way, my nails are not done at all. I didn't even cut them. They are chipped. It's not cute. I wasn't planning to film today, just so you guys are on my level, so you know what's happening. My sister's back in the hospital in Seattle, so I'm just trying to distract myself and do something that brings me joy, which is filming these videos for you guys. So we are going to put on a smile and try and be positive because it's all you can do, right? Okay, this primer is the Porefessional. I was completely obsessed with this for a long time. I probably use this exclusively, part of my chin, for a couple of years. So I remember I told everyone about it. I was like, you guys, this is the best primer ever. It really smooths out your pores. And now I'm a little nervous because my skin has definitely changed. Back then I was super dry and now I'm combo. I have like dry cheeks and a super oily nose, as you guys know. So we'll see how this goes. Now I use multiple primers for different things. So I'm just gonna smooth this on. It still smells real nice. Hopefully these products aren't expired. They probably all are, let's get real. It feels really smooth. I forgot how well it like smooths out your pores. It looks real good. So this foundation, this is definitely past its prime. I'm gonna shake it. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This one is an NW10. See, I used to wear this guy like every day. This was like my go-to foundation. This was my jam. And I remember one day, I was like sitting in the doctor's office with my boyfriend and he was like, I can see your foundation is like, what's that orange on your jawline? And I was like, when your boyfriend notices, girl, it's time to get a new foundation. So this was before the times of foundation mixers. So even though this is the lightest shade, NW10, this guy oxidizes on me like a mofo. So we are gonna have to dip into the Manic Panic Dream Tone, so let me grab that. So this one is definitely, probably with the amount of Dream Tone I'm going to put in it, is going to look too fair when I put it on. But I do trust, knowing how orange it gets on me, it literally turns orange. Especially if I go out in the sunlight, I don't know what it is, but it just like turns super orange. So we're going to make it a little extra pale, and I'm sure it's going to get funky. I just used to think that this was like the best thing ever, and I have a feeling I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Okay, so we're just gonna buff this in. It actually looks pretty good. Like, it's looking pretty good. My skin looks super smooth. That might be the Porefessional. It might be the MAC Studio Fix. I don't know. We're gonna move on to concealer. I was gonna use the MAC Pro Longwear, but I didn't want to I wanted to try and use as many different brands as I could. So I grabbed this guy out of my collection. So this is the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is in Chantilly. Well, when I bought this, whoa, this was like the lightest concealer that I could find. So moving on to powder. I don't really have a powder that I really use. I didn't used to really use powders. Is that weird? Like, my skin was so dry that I would just like put my foundation and my concealer on and let it set, and I wouldn't set it with a powder. The only one I could think of that I used to use a whole bunch was the Bare Minerals Original Foundation, but I used it as a powder. So hopefully this is light enough still. This is in the shade Fair. This is not an oldie, but it's a goodie. We're gonna dip into the Anastasia brow pomade. I have mine right here in Blonde. Blonde is the shade that I usually use in my hair. It's pink So to kind of just like wet the product back up, I just sprayed a little bit of my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer Spray. I'll clean it up. Don't worry, I'll clean it up. I should have prepared a better brow brush for that, but that's okay. This is probably the brush that I should have used to do my actual brows, but that's okay. We're gonna clean up that hot mess of the brow. Watch this. Wow. Concealer is magic. Alright, we are on to eyeshadow, which I am most excited about. We are going to dip into the Naked 2. I used to be completely obsessed with all of the Naked palettes. Naked 1 was probably actually my favorite, but I really felt like doing a cool tone look, so I felt like this worked. This one has definitely gotten a good amount of love out of it. If you look back on my channel, I think there was at least a tutorial or two. Okay, we're going to start with Tease. About this palette is like there's definitely not enough mattes. We are going to take that same T shade on the lower lash line. I still feel like these are really good palettes, and I think they're great palettes for beginners in makeup. They're basic, but I don't mean that in a bad way, I promise. I mean it in a good way. They're everyday palettes, and that's what they were meant to be. Busted. I'm going to take that other side and I'm going to dip a little bit into Blackout, which is the black obviously in this palette. But I'm going to just tap it out here, blend it over. I'm going to clean it up. I know this isn't an oldie, this is actually a newbie. But we're going to clean this up a little bit with some ghost powder. I think do you want to do a cut crease today? I think I do. I really want to use, I think, Decay and Verb. So this kind of coppery one and the silver one. We're going to start with Decay, and I'm just going to tap it on with my finger. On the center. Yes. And I'm going to take Verb, put it in the inner corner. Like a Neapolitan sandwich. Oh, that fallout. Oh, the fallout. Oh, it's real. Let's use this Urban Decay liner. Look how janky this looks. I don't even know how old this is. Let's use Rockstar. I was going to use Perversion, but let's use Rockstar. Okay, so I'm just going to go back with my brush and blend that eyeliner. I haven't added anything extra to the brush, and that eyeliner was intense, girl. I just like smudged it right on out. I grabbed this little guy. This is pretty much gone. This is a MAC Pigment in Vanilla. Let's use a tiny bit of this on the inner corner and see how that goes. That brightens things up enough from me. I'm just gonna use a sponge tip because sponge tip for life, girl. Okay, I think I want to put in some liner so I feel better about this makeup look. I can't believe I still have one of these in the wrapper. Hopefully this is still good. I used to be obsessed with the Sephora liquid liner. I wore it for years. So I found this in my drawer, brand new in the packaging. Okay, for mascara, we're going to use the MAC Gigablack Lash. I use this for forever. Mascara is boring, so I'm literally just going to go put this on. I'll be right back. So I'm fully aware of this little spot right here, but we're gonna let it dry so that I can flake it off and hopefully not have a big black mark on my face. So he's just gonna chill there and dry. I don't have any red cherry 43s, but I have the Cara 43s, which are literally, they're identical. I'm pretty sure they're made like, they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. And these ones are only $1 from Shop Miss A. The red cherry ones I usually would get off Amazon that were still really affordable. So they were like $2 to $3 per pair, but these are even more affordable. And I have these and I was like obsessed. I wore the red cherry 43s like every day. Do you guys remember when Jaclyn Hill wore the red cherry 43s every day? That's when I was wearing them. Or a single day. As you can see by this thing, I was obsessed. Obsessed with the NYX Contour Palette. Oh my gosh. Ooh, this one, you can kind of see the outline of the pan. Just do it like that. That's quaint. You guys remember this little beauty? This is Wild Honey from Becca. I was obsessed. I pretty much was just obsessed with whatever Jaclyn Hill told me to be obsessed with. Let's get real. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this on. I loved a bronzy blush, which I never thought I would. Ooh. You know what time it is? It is highlighter time, which is my favorite time. So let's go for it. We are going to mix 2 highlighters, a little more Becca for you. This I couldn't stray from these. You guys know how much I love these. This is Opal and this is Moonstone. Are you ready for this? I mean, this is one of my most used. Look at this. Wow. And then Opal, which doesn't look quite as used, but definitely still extremely loved. We're gonna mix them because that used to be like my thing. I wore Moonstone every day for like a year. Still pretty. Still pretty. It's not as metallic as the highlights that I've been obsessed with lately. Let's try my favorite thing in the world, which is taking this little tiny brush from Shop Miss A, and we're gonna spritz it. Okay, for lips, I don't even know if they still make this, but this is Limecrime Coquette. This used to be like my 100% jam. I don't have an old lip liner that I was obsessed with, but I think I really just want to use this Wet n Wild one again. Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in, what are you? Lay Down the Moths. I love this. And with Coquette, this guy looks like melted. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. Alright, love, so here's the completed look. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what products you used to be obsessed with that you just don't seem to use anymore. I think for a rundown, I still think the palette is nice. I don't think Urban Decay shadows are my personal favorite formula. I really love Anastasia shadows. ColourPop shadows are my favorites, so usually I reach for those first. But it is a really good palette. It's a really good basic palette. I do like the look that I created. I'm pretty sure I've done this look before, like a long time ago. The liquid liner, still good. I still like the blush. I still like the highlight. I still like the contour. I do like the brow product. Once I cleaned it up, I just need to use a different brush when I actually apply it. And I think I would like it much more. I still like the lashes. Still digging them. The concealer is still nice. The foundation is still nice. I just don't think I'll repurchase them anytime soon. Sorry, I'm sure you can hear my cats rolling around being crazy. But yeah, I think that's everything. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of different tutorial or different video you want to see next. I think that's everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Let's do this. Ready? Go. I hit record and then I'm like, hold on. Get ready. Whoa, words, what? Proof, here. I remember once I said, yeah, I've been having a lot of anxiety when I've been trying to film, and someone was like, I don't think you have anxiety. How do you tell someone that you don't have what? I can have anxiety about filming. It's all about like pulling myself together and being okay in order to create these videos for you guys. Like, that gives me anxiety because your girl is a mess most of the time. Hello, hello. First of all, my kitten. Why? Binksy, Luna. I had to fix my reflector. Child. I hope I don't like it. Is that bad? I forgot to put hoops in. I put in these plugs so I can wear hoops. They get a hoop. They get a hoop. I don't know, girl. Do not know. Okay. This applicator feels scratchy. I think it's missing some of its little fuzzies. My face looking pretty smooth. Wow, hair. Wow, what's happening? You getting crazy back there, Poof? It's because it's hair washing day and I didn't wash hair. Can't. I'll leave it just like that. There's just so many people out there that are so good. And I'm just like, hi. Valley girl there. I was like obsessed, guys. I just tried to look in the mirror and there's no mirror. We're just gonna let it look a little cray. Okay? Okay. Blend all your troubles away. Blend that double chin away.